Hi, hey, hello, what's up, how you doing? Name's DAKLRJER. Welcome to the my Banjo-Kazooie tier list. This is a tier list of everything in the first game, Banjo-Kazooie, because it's my favorite game. Yeah, I'm making a tier list. I don't know how, I don't care how. I'm gonna just do it. Judge me all you want, I don't give a shit. Starting off with the claw swipe. This is one of the first moves this is actually the first combat move you learn. It sucks. No one uses it. Going straight to D tier. Simple as that. Next, I want to do Banjo's house. Banjo's house is pretty cool, but there ain't much to do inside. Let's be honest. It's a nice house from the outside too. There ain't much people that go back in and actually do the bottles puzzle challenge. I didn't do it on my video. Maybe I should go back and actually do it. I don't know, but it's going in, I don't know, put in C tier. Yeah, C. Since I'm going, I'll start from the beginning of the game and go through it completely. So, since we're in Spiral Mountain, let me do Banjo. Honestly, Banjo's kind of a blank slate. He's not very interesting by himself. He's a pretty straight guy, bear. So I think Banjo goes in B for Banjo. I also didn't want to where Kazooie? Kazooie's an A tier. She does most of the heavy work anyways. Most of the most useful moves come from Kazooie. Yeah. A for Kazooie. Makes sense. Cool. Next, I want to do let me see. I'm not good at making tier lists, so this will be fun. Let me do Tootie. Tootie is literally useless. She doesn't do much. I mean, she's also just in the first game, but hey, focus on the first game. Tootie is not great, but she's the reason why we're saving her. I don't know. If it wasn't for Tootie, there would be no adventure. I guess she goes in C. Yeah, C. Let's see, there was one, Gruntilda, S tier. S tier villain. Design, look at that. She's awesome. Her rhyming, fantastic. Think of Banjo-Kazooie, the second thing you think of, that witch. She rocks. That's an S tier, automatically. Perfect. Cool. Okay. Next, I wanted to do the Brig Barge. I think the name's Brig Barge. Not very useful. Sometimes you'll use this move to push buttons, mostly. There ain't gonna be much buttons to be pushed, so I think this goes in B for button. Next, I wanted to do the roll. That's an A tier, I think. Yeah. I'll put it right before Kazooie. As I go through the list, I'm gonna get shit figured out. I don't know how. I'll figure it out. Combat moves. What else I wanted to put in there? The Rat-a-tat rap. That's an S tier. Always gonna be using this move, no matter what. Because the Rat-a-tat rap is way faster. I mean, you can just quick jump and hit the B instead of doing the claw swipe, which sucks. S tier. S tier for sure. Easy. Bottles of Bowl. B for Bottles. I mean, Bottles has more personality than Banjo, so Bottles goes in front of Banjo. Simple. One more thing. Double jump. It's a simple move. Incorporates both bear and bird, and it goes in A tier. Simple. I can't wait to read the comments to see just why aren't you explaining this more? Because I don't know how. I suck. Next. Backflip. Everyone loves a good backflip. In terms of moves, where should I put the backflip? I mean, it's super useful. You'll keep using it no matter what. I think it goes in A. Yeah, it goes in A. The other moves I wanted to check out while we were in Spiral Mountain was there another move? I mean, climbing. Does climbing work? Does that even count as a move? I mean, you unlock the climbing move, but technically, you wouldn't need to learn how to climb. You can easily climb. Fuck it. The next thing I wanted to do is this little funny onion man. Forgot his name. It's a fun enemy design. I'll put it in C for onions. I made that joke already, I should stop. Next, I do think we had a carrot. Carrot, honestly, the carrot enemy is kind of funny. It stands out. I think this will go, maybe, it's better than, yeah, okay, right there. Since I was there doing those guys, I might as well put the cauliflower. Where's the cauliflower ram? Did I forget to put, no, it's right there. Cauliflower, also super cool design. Goes in there. Perfect. See, might as well put the stonies. You only see those for like a single challenge. So, D. They literally just stand there and do nothing. So, speaking of which, you get those honeycomb piece. I mean, it's pretty shiny. That's a solid. I think that goes right beside Kazooie, right there. Because you need those to gain extra lives, extra honeycomb piece, extra hit points. So you need those. There was nothing else. Oh yeah. Was it Royston? Royston's a solid A. I mean, yeah. Royston, solid A. Can't go wrong with Royston. Super cool, super chill. He's like the best thing about Banjo-Kazooie. He's at bottom A. No, top of B. While we're in Spiral Mountain, we can find a couple of Banjo 1-ups, Banjo trophies for extra lives. That's a cool design. It's really cool. You see one, you want to grab those. So that's cool. I think... If you want... I mean, unless you're a pro and you're really good at the game, like, you won't be finding much of those. You won't be getting out of your way to find trophies. So I think this goes in... Yeah, B. I think so. I think B's a good place for it. Okay, cool. Next, I think that was it for Spiral Mountain, right? Speaking of Spiral Mountain, I think this goes in bottom S because it's so iconic. Just that music rocks. Like, it's the best kind of it's the best open, like, overworld that you can have. It rocks. It's solid. It's like clearly differentiates. I mean, it rules. It rules. Simple and fun. With music, top notch. S tier. Okay, cool. Now that's done. We're entering inside the. So we're inside of Gruntilda's lair, which, by the way, Gruntilda's lair. Where's Gruntilda's lair? Where is it? Gruntilda's lair, completely from bottom to top. And the music? Is it better than Spiral Mountain, though? I mean, every area is... You can easily identify itself from being what it is, but at the same time, it's just a bunch of rooms not really well designed. They're cool and all, but I think it's like... A tier. Yeah, I think A tier is fine. While we're in there, we get to meet, at the entrance, Klungo. He really doesn't do much, though. So he's... I mean, he's really cool design. Because he doesn't do much, he's like going to be near the bottom of the list, but he does more than 2D. Honestly, he's like... Thinking about... No, I gotta think just for Banjo-Kazooie. Just gotta think of the game. First game. He doesn't do much. He doesn't try to stop you either. I mean, he does more than the enemies. Yeah, I think C. I mean, that's really low for Klungo, considering like his position in like the next games. But I'm ranking him based on the first game, so that is that. Okay, next I want to do Jiggy. Yeah, that's like there. S tier. High S tier. I mean, that's what you need. That's what you get. You need those. It's like solid S. And that jingle when you get it? Yeah, rocks. Next, what I'm thinking of, I think that is that. There's no enemies. Now we are now inside Mumbo's Mountain. Mumbo's Mountain as a starter world. As a world itself, I think I'll be putting... I mean, it's great. It's really cool. It's a great kind of... I'd say it's basic, though, so I think I'd put it under Royston. Royston? Royston. Yeah, Royston. I'll put Mumbo's Mountain in B. Because it's a great world, the music's bopping, but it's like super simple too. There's like lots of landmarks though. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. While we're there, this is when we collect our first notes. As a collectible, honestly, it's fine. It's nice. I'm not blown away by musical notes, so I think I would put that. I think I would put that between. Man, okay, wait. Oh, the further we go, the harder it's becoming to do. I think I'll put it here. Yeah, I'll put the notes right above Breakbuster. While we're there, this is when we first meet this little Buffalo Bill. That's not his name, but whatever. Buffalo Bill, being an enemy that you cannot kill, it's more of an obstacle than anything else. It's not an enemy. I kind of hate those though. I mean, he's also in the intro though. I think I put it here. I think the bull goes there. Next, I wanted to do. There's Chimpy. You literally forget him. Appears once, gone right after. Since we're there, there's also Congo, Bongo, Congo, Chongo, Mongo. I think he goes. He's not really tough. He throws oranges. I think he would go like bottom C. But you can't hit him, so he's a great example of what you can do, so I think bottom of B. Speaking of things you can do, eggs. You can shoot eggs. One of the first moves that you actually learn in Mumbo's Mountain. You can shoot eggs. It's fine, it's okay, it's great, it has many uses. I think this will go in A tier. Because it's actually something that only Banjo and Kazooie could do, this goes above Kazooie. Yeah. And then speaking of blue eggs, they're nice. They're nice, cool. Oh. Yeah. I've got nothing against blue eggs. Simple, effective. I think this will go right here. Let me see, what's the next one? Oh yeah, you also... It's in Mumbo's Mountain that you actually encounter those honey. Yeah, those. I'm tired. Which actually has like 3 pieces of honeycomb inside, so you can get 3 health pickups with those. So it's pretty good. And with the bees, it becomes a natural obstacle. In later levels, they have bees inside, and so you hit the honey nut Cheerios, and bees start to get out, so they become a risk reward. So they're not too tough. So I think they would go like bottom A. It's really creative. I like it. I like those. I like them. Oh yeah, those little munchkins. They appear on only 1 level. They're kind of fun. They're funny. That's about it. They're more memorable than 2D actually. So like go. Kind of thinking I should. Oh, no. Keep it for now. Ooh. Oh yeah, the big bomb. You need this. Big Buster. I don't know. I forgot. I don't remember the names. They're just good. Very useful. That's what you use for switches. Kazooie's the one who's doing the smashing. So this goes A tier. There was another. Oh, an easy S tier. S tier. Talon Trot. This goes an S. This move is so useful and so memorable too. Because when I mention Banjo-Kazooie to like anyone in my family, first thing that they say is, "I remember the Baron Bird and the bird that does all the noises when you go." You know the one. You know the one. So that's an S tier. Solid S tier. Everyone uses it. As long as you unlock that, you're always using the Talon Trot. Extremely useful move. Here, I want to do the Jinjos. Jinjos, they're cute. They're fine. They're A tier. But which one do I prefer? The blue one's really cool looking, so I'll keep the blue there. The green one's fine too. It's becoming a matter of preference. Which color do I prefer? The blue one is nice. I like the purple one too, so the purple one goes here. Green one, I'd say would go... Green's nice. The yellow one would be like somewhere here. And the orange Jinjo goes right beside Royston. Quick break from our sponsors. There is no sponsor. Only me. I want to do Mumbo Jumbo. Iconic character. Everyone loves Mumbo Jumbo. He only does transformations, which is fine. I would consider him being more interesting than Banjo and Bottles. So I think he would go... He's really A tier. I'd put Mumbo Jumbo in there, in the A tier. I also want to rate his transformation. In terms of transformation, Ant Banjo, Termite Banjo, kinda sucks. You'll only use it in a particular location to go grab a single Jiggy. Speedrunners can actually just bypass using that transformation at all. So I'd say, I mean, it's creative, it's fine, but I'd put it like D tier. Oh yeah, speaking of termites, they pop up a couple of more times, but they're like below 2D. Is there anything else that needed to be covered? If so, as the more this list becomes organized, the easier it'll be to clean up. Okay, so we're making our way back into the mansion, into the lair. We'll keep going through the first node door. Not counting the node doors because they're like checkpoints. You just need those. You just need musical notes to grab them. First enemy we unlock after that, those gremlins. They're cool. Honestly, they're memorable. I remember them more than some enemies. They're kind of similar to Klungo. So I do see resemblance, so I'll put them under Klungo, but they don't... Yeah, no, Klungo's a really cool looking ass dude. So next, afterwards... Oh, I forgot about the Mumbo tokens. Mumbo tokens. The Eco-Bokums. You know. Eco-Bokum. The Eco-Bokums. Those, you need those for Mumbo Jumbo's transformations. I would put the Mumbo tokens. It's a collectible. You see one and you're like, oh, definitely need those. In terms of wanting to collect them, I would put them here. You know what? I think I would put Bottles a little higher with Banjo there. And then put Mumbo tokens right here. Yeah, cool. We are now heading into Treasure Trove Cove. Honestly, Treasure Trove Cove is such a cool location. Treasure Trove Cove kind of rocks. It's dope. It's like a beach setting. It's like pirate, beach, warm sand. It's pretty cool. It's like one of the best levels. Is it above Spiral Mountain though? I mean, Spiral Mountain is iconic. You know what? I'm gonna move Gruntilda's lair to the S tier and put Treasure Trove Cove in A tier. Might get some flack for that. I don't care. Fuck you. Why don't I check out what's been going on in Treasure Trove Cove? Hello, everyone. My name is DAKLRJER. Ooh. I mean, the music's really nice. The music's good. I mean, the location itself, it's really... it's so magical. You know what? I think it's S tier. Yeah, I convinced myself. It wasn't too hard. A couple of enemies that we can see. Snippets. Crablets. They're cool. The fun thing is, you gotta hit them twice, unless you smash them using the Beak Buster, Beak Ball attack. So, they're cool. They're creative. It's fun. It's nice. So I do think it's a better enemy. I would put them over here. Cool. Okay, next, I do have King Snipper. It's kind of simple. Doesn't do much. Just standing there. I do think he is a bit more interesting than... I would put him actually here. Why is he in B tier? I think I'd put Konga in top of C. I think the title of this video is gonna be I Explain Things Horribly. Next I want to do is the Black Crab. More interesting than... I would put him here. This has double the health points, I guess, technically. But he's not that threatening. We also have... I just thought of him and I already forgot. Where is that little Captain Blubber? His voice clips are basically burps. Well, that's fun. He's much more interesting than any of these. I would... He's great. Yeah. Yep. I would put him in A tier. Yeah. A tier feels right. There are more things. Oh yeah. Shark. I was so scared of the sharks when I was a kid. Still am, kind of. Can you blame me? The music? Super creepy. I think that would be an A tier for sure. I'd put him above. Yeah. Right beside the honeycomb piece. Further down we go. Oh yeah, those enemies are super interesting. Because when they hit you, you drop a feather and an egg. And they actually, like, eat those. So that's interesting. I'd put them in the S tier. That's an S tier enemy. Speaking of feathers, red feathers. Very useful. You need those to fly. You see them, and you kind of fly often in the game. Not super often, but sometimes. So I would put that in, maybe not A. I'd say like B. The flight pads. Flight pad. That's a cool design. You gotta love it. And the message is clear. That's what it is. Take it. I like it. It's great. I would put it, maybe like there. Speaking of, flight. Extremely useful. Super duper useful. Kind of hard to control. So like, top of, in A tier. Yeah. I also include the beak bomber in there too. Oh yeah, of course. Jump pad, super cool. You gotta love it. This, really cool. This will go in. I prefer the flight pad over the green jump pad. And then the jump pad, I mean, it's very limiting because you can't do much with it. So I do think kind of sucks. That's gonna go in C tier. As a move, it goes in C tier because you're limiting yourself. Like compared to like the flight pad. Flight pad, you can just basically just fly. Once you find that pad, you can go anywhere in the map using it. Green pad just restricts you from doing just a high jump in one single spot. So it kind of sucks. So the move itself goes in C. It's a C tier. Them chests. They don't move. They stay there. They open and close. I mean, it's creative. So I think it goes in B. And then we've got one of the jiggies. That was talking treasure chest, jumping around. Honestly, you kind of forget about it. So I do think it's C tier. Damn, you know what? I gotta do a bit of research. I can't remember which egg it was. The pink egg can be found on Shark Food Island, but you need a special code to even just unlock it. For how mysterious that stop and swap was for a number of years, honestly, the stop and swap items themselves go in S tier, but I'll rank them accordingly once we get through every level. But the pink egg is more interesting than the rest, because even though you input the code, you still need to do a bit of work, a jumping work. You gotta swim to the island and then hop along the pillar in the center to reach the top. So that stays in top tier. It's a top tier S rank. Anything else from Bubble Gloop Swamp? Oh, I forgot the switch pads. You need those. I like them, but they're just used for switch pads to unlock a Jiggy inside of Gruntilda's lair. But you see one, you want to go press it, so it's more than... I'd put it over the eggs. Yeah, right there. The next world we're going to is Bubble Gloop Swamp. No, I forgot. Those things. Those things, scary. But they'll never be in your way unless you... I don't know. They can be killed using eggs, but they're definitely more interesting than... It's a cool enemy, but I'd put it here. Yeah. There we go. That feels better. We are making our way into Clanker's Cavern. You know what? I have a love-hate relationship with Clanker's Cavern. Honestly, the music kind of bops. Music rocks. I love the music in Clanker's Cavern. It's really cool. It's one of the only songs that Grant Kirkhope has not remade on his Rejiggied album, and I kind of hate it. And I kind of hate that, because Clanker's Cavern, it's a good song, but it's very aesthetically, like, it's different. It's a very different world that we're, like, really not used to. I mean, it's like...
So we head back up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this section going so deep down that you need to, like, grab air bubbles. It's an awesome level. I love this level. Honestly, more than people... Only have one like? That's okay. I like it. I like this level. I like Clanker's Cavern more than Mumbles Mountain, and I kind of love it more than Treasure Trove Cove, honestly. Yeah. Fucking shoot me. I don't care. I love this level. And then we've got Gloop. You only see him once, and you never speak to him ever again. It's very useful. I think he will be... He'll go right under Royston. Let me do Clanker. Clanker is one scary dude. It's like a giant whale shark, but mechanized. But his insides are like gross, disgusting. I mean, look at this. It's so cool.
Turns out that this mechanical beast is actually half mechanical and half flesh.
I guess. I mean, what is he? He's like super strange. I really love it. Clanker. He's my S rank. Hope y'all are not enjoying this as much as I am. Next, I want to do... Oh yeah, those guys. Those Champas. They're great. Great, because they're coming from greats. I was always scared of Clanker's Cavern. That's my love-hate relationship with Clanker's Cavern. As a kid, I hated this level. So scared of those guys, but I didn't know you could kill them. So I think it's gonna go... Like, Let's see. Next, I want... Oh, I forgot in Mumbles Mountain. I've forgotten... I'm so bad. Those huts, that little tower of thingy-majiggies. You forget about them. They're unique, I guess, but they're easily forgettable. Yeah, more forgettable than... Oh, yeah. You know what? I think it's a D. I mean, yeah. Bottom of D. And I forgot Bucky. He gives you access to the sandcastle. That's underwater. He drains the water. Leaky. Do think he's not as memorable as... Yeah, I think he goes there. Or like there. No, not even. I think here. Yeah, I'm comparing 2D to a bucket and an ant. There was Whiplash. I think it's Whiplash or Whiplash. Those things are creepy. They can be only found underwater, and they're a nuisance. You cannot get rid of those. So I do think they're a good obstacle. Considering that, I do think it's bottom of B. That being said, I do want to do the regular one, because there are more... They might be more annoying, but you can get rid of them using the Wonder Wing. So I think it gets, like, an extra point. Speaking of the Wonder Wing, right over here, the Wonder Wing ability. Extremely useful, but very limited. You don't get many golden feathers that you can do stuff with it. I would put it in top of A, because it makes you invulnerable. Very cool. We love those. And then the golden feather. You see those? You definitely want to grab a golden feather. I do think this goes in A tier. Bottom of A. Was there anything else in Clanker's Cavern? I'm not sure. Making our way out of Clanker's Cavern, we're heading next to Bubble Gloop Swamp, and on our way there, we do meet this enemy. Like a piranha. You can actually stomp on their head, and they'll die. But it's super risky. They're kind of cool looking. I would not want to be eaten by one of those things. Definitely more interesting than... I do think I would put... in between the blue and purple Jinjo. Before heading inside, there's swampy waters. I mean, it's an obstacle that makes sense to me. You're in a swamp, right? And there's the piranha-infested waters. You don't want to step in those. You step in, it like slows you down a bit. That's cool. I like that. You know what? I kind of want to move bottles up a notch there. Yeah, I'm moving bottles up to A tier and putting that piranha-infested swamp water there. Now that we are in Bubble Gloop Swamp is a awesome level. Ooh,
This music's bopping though.
it is.
For anything else, I'll head to the left.
Man, that was me in the beginning of the year. What happened? Where's my energy? I mean, I also started this video with like super low energy. I'm criticizing myself now. Bubble Swamp kind of rocks. I would put that, like, yeah. I want to put that top of A tier. Now, what is there to do in Bubble Goop Swamp? There's those little fireflies. That's not a firefly. It's a dragonfly. Dragonfly enemies. They're cool. Kind of annoying sometimes, but this goes kind of... Yeah. 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 That being done, I do want the Croctus. Super cool design. It's an alligator. It's a golden alligator. What are they? We don't fucking... I don't know. I don't know what they are. They're just there. But they're not that interesting. Like C tier. Little frog enemies. Super cute. It's a cool design. Red and black. I like that. Bottom of A. Next following is those yellow flivets. Yellow? I prefer the yellow from the red ones. Even though they're like a boss enemy, they're really cool looking. I forgot. I'm so bad at this. The boots. The wading boots. I mean, you can't do much with them. I mean, you are forced to use them in like certain areas, but they're not... I mean, it's funny. It's funny. So I think this would go in para boots. No. Yes. No. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Vile. Mr. Vile's a nasty alligator. No, I think he's a crocodile. Yeah, it makes more sense. Crocodiles is a nasty croc. And the challenge related to him kind of sucks. Honestly, it's really hard to do. It's tough. I would put Mr. Vile like somewhere near, yeah, bottom of B. Then we've got our lovable, I forgot his name. You want to see him, and he says his feet are cold, so you gotta help him out. I do think he would be right here. Next, I want to do you. Ho-ho. Tip Top, kind of basic. He doesn't do much. But you know what? I think Mr. Val could go, like, there. Tip Top, I actually, like, want to meet him and talk to him so I can do the Tip Top Choir. Tip Top Choir rocks, though. Okay. I think, yeah, there we go. This feels better. Actually, this feels better. Actually, this feels better. Before I forget again, I will grab and do Brentilda. Brentilda, she's kind of, I mean, D tier. I mean, you kind of need her if you want to beat the game, though. I kind of hate talking to her. I know there's like a generator that actually like manages, you can find like what, I don't know. I don't really like her. I never talk to her. I always forget to talk with Brentilda. And then Crocodile Banjo, like that's a solid S tier. Solid S tier transformation. Okay, so now we're done with Bubble Gloop Swamp. As we head on out, on our way to Freeze's Peak, do we meet the mummies? Yes, we do. We meet the mummies. Those guys, pain in the ass. I do think they're more interesting than... I'd put them there. Because they're invincible unless you use the Wonder Wing to take them out. And then, as we get there, we are greeted by a blue gremlin. Call them gremlins. They're gremlins now. Blue gremlins is more interesting than... Oh man, I feel bad for Klungo. They're more interesting than the Cabbage Patch Kids. And yeah. 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 Yeah, this feels right. Next, we are making our way into Freeze Easy Peak. Freeze Easy Peak is it's a really good level, though. I do think that Freeze Easy Peak is a really good level. This doesn't feel right, but let me check. Let me compare.
Jump across.
You know what? It's a fun level. Fine. I like it. But do I like it a lot? I might like it more than Bubble... No, actually, yeah. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm gonna have to move Bubble Gloop Swamp just a bit down here. This feels better. This feels better. Ogie? horrible father. He kind of really sucks as a character too. I do believe Boggy belongs in D tier, because he's a horrible father figure. Lazy, stupid, dumb. I do think Boggy belongs in D tier, because he does not represent the bear family correctly. But it's part of his charm, and I like him for it. So I do believe he belongs in D tier. Yep, I'm not going back on that decision. While we are there, this very interesting enemy. Those ice cubes, really cool. How cool. Haha, cool, I get it. Man, I should have waited until I had more energy to make this video. Oh boy, oh boy. I do think those ice block enemies do belong in A tier. Yeah. Also, while we're there, in terms of enemies, we do have those snowmen. They're really cool looking, but not that great. They're a pain to deal with. Annoying at times. Yeah, right here feels nice. This picture here is for the Twinklies. Those light bulbs. Those Christmas light bulbs. Dumb. Goes in bottom of C. They can't do much. They're just running in a straight line and get munched up. But you know, those munchers. Munchers, I just saw them. They're right here. Munchers, they're a step ahead on the food chain, so they go one step ahead of the Twinklies. Next thing I want to check now is, where is Wooza? Wooza? Wooza. 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 A scary cat, useless, and basically goes above a... no. There we go. I mean, he is pretty nice too, so I think he will go top of C. He tries his best when he sees Walrus Banjo. Speaking of Walrus Banjo, does not do much. You only need him for a Jiggy and for a honeycomb piece. So I do think he's one of the worst transform, almost as bad as. You can get an extra collectible using only Walrus Banjo. So I do think he goes in bottom of the C tier. What was also going on in Freezy Peak? The Ice Key. Another top tier. This goes above the pink egg. Because the Ice Key, really cool. Cool. Shut up. So we're making our way to Gobi's Valley. In Gobi's Valley, the world itself, Gobi's Valley, with the music and everything, the aesthetics, really hits the spot. I do think it's like kind of treacherous, but there's a lot of space where it's not being used. I do think Freezy ZP has a bit of that too. But Bubble Gloop also has, you know, I think Gobi's Valley goes in between Freezy Peak and Bubble Gloop Swamp. Right in like somewhere in between Kazooie and eggs. You know, all the different things you can actually do inside of Gobi's Valley. That's kind of crazy. You know what? I think... More than thinking about it, I mean, Sandy Butt's tomb? Let's not forget Sandy Butt's tomb.
Right around this corner. Okay, well it was not a Momo token, fine.
It rocks. You know what? Okay, fine. You know what? I think I will, with the benefit of the doubt, Gobi's Valley goes in A tier. That's where yeah. That's where right where it belongs. Okay, we got quite a couple of enemies to go through in Gobi's Valley, starting with those scarabs. Flying scarabs function the same way as those dragonflies, but more interesting? Not that more interesting. It's like, it's something that we've already seen, so I do think they go right there. No, here, no, right, no, yes, here. Nice, you've got those guys, kind of useless, but you can fly through them. Once you do, they kind of gaslight you as well. They tell you they know of a way to beat the witch, but they gaslight you. So, D tier. Gobi himself, titular Gobi, pretty cool. Takes a lot of space. He's fine. I would put him right in B. Near the top of B. That's not Gobi. That's not Gobi. This is Gobi. Gobi, selfish, unreliable. He has water, and that's about it. Kind of goes in C. He kind of sucks. He really does. Bottom of D. Yeah, bottom of D. Grabba, selfish, more memorable than... I mean, no, he's actually less memorable than Gobi. I would put him down in D as well. Okay. This guy, rocking the attire, but you only see him once, and that's about it. I do think he's very cool looking. When you give him the eggs, he plays his flute. He's got skills. He's better at flute than I am, so I do think he goes in the bottom of B. His little buddy here actually appears in Banjo-Kazooie as well, but I didn't even know he had a name. Let me find him. Let me find his name. Oh, come on. Toots. This little guy's name is Toots. Very forgettable, but he's kind of cute. He goes over Walrus Banjo. Next I want to do the blue egg. The blue egg is kind of cool because this egg is hidden, tucked away in a very cool location. And once you open it up, it's really cool. It's kind of cool, very thematic. So it goes, again, stop and swap in the S tier. Why am I putting useless objects in S tier? They're useless in the game, but... yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. While we are there, we also unlock the Speedy Shoes. This will go in, again, very situational running shoes. I mean, like, really? I do think it's better than wading boots. No, it actually has less uses than wading boots. So I do think it goes right here. And then we can't forget his snake. I like the snake. I think the snake goes right here. And then those hand mummy enemies. Those are really cool looking. Where do I put those? Right here. And then the skeleton enemies, do they also appear? Yeah, they do appear. Those skeletons. Those skeletons are cool. They act the same way as the mummies, but kind of cool looking. When you hit them, they go... That sounds like Lego bricks. I do think they're more I'd put them there. Right before the blue Jinjo. Yeah. I'm liking this so far. Honestly, this is not looking too bad. I'm actually enjoying this. Okay, as we make our way out, we are now heading into Mad Monster Mansion. Mad Monster Mansion. I really think that's like an awesome level. Okay, yeah, this is starting to feel wrong. I'm gonna put Mad Monster Mansion right here in S tier because thematically it slaps. With an awesome level comes a very normal kind of transformation. Pumpkin, yes, it's unique, but you can't do anything with this. You can only fit in tight spots, and that's about it. Honestly, because it's cute, kind of want to put it down into C tier. Doesn't do much. I'll be honest. You can't do much with it. Next we've got Lago, a talking toilet. Wood, right here. B. Feels right. In Mad Monster Mansion, we also have this crazy thing. You see him once, and once he disappears, you manage to sneak behind him. He's fine, I guess. He goes on C tier. Flying bats. I mean, they're... Forget those exist. So I do think they go in D tier. They did nothing wrong, but I kind of forget about them. You just forget about them. The ghosts, on the other hand, really cool, but they're a pain to deal with. I like them better than Right here. The more I... Fuck. I've forgotten Gobi's Valley. Hot sand? Sand eels? It's hot sand. That does not make sense. I do think this goes in D tier. Gotta move the bats into the bottom of C, because that's kind of stupid. Like, hot sand eels. Well, the weekend eels can survive in here, but I mean, the sand's not scorching hot sands. Sure, I can believe that, but I can't. Yeah, we're on the same page here. Trunks. Not DBZ Trunks, just Trunks. Trunker. Needs water, and that's all you can do. You can't even climb it. You can't even climb him, so he's not even an efficient tree. So I do think he goes... yeah, right here. Like, no, right here. Yeah, there we go. That feels right. Those pots and pan, pots of plants. Jesus, funny. This would go above eggs. Right below eggs. Just for, yeah. If you know, you know. Mott's hand. Awesome. We love Mott's hand. I think he goes in... We think he goes in A tier. Top of A tier. Those scary things, they're more interesting than the regular Champas. I do think they're more interesting. Yeah, right here. Man, this tier list is not making sense at all. And then... oh, I've forgotten Clanker's Cavern, those mutant snippets. Let me do the mutant snippets. They're more interesting than the black snippets. There you go. Oops. Next, we're still in Clanker's Cavern. No. We're in Mad Monster Mansion. In Mad Monster Mansion, there is 2 eggs. The blue egg, cyan egg, which can be found in the cellar, I'd say is the least interesting of the bunch. But there's also the green egg that sits on top of Labo, the toilet. Those 2 are kind of random. And so by default, Mad Monster... oh, Tumbler. Tumbler is forgettable. His minigame is simple, done in a single thing, and he disappears. He ceases to exist. And that's kind of scary. Boo. Sorry. Oh yeah, R.I.P. Those are really cool. Those are really fun looking. I'll put that over Banjo. This is the fun enemy. You seeing top tumbling over kind of scares you, but they're fun to deal with. I think that is everything in Mad Monster Mansion. And as we head on over to Rusty Bucket Bay, I want to put Cheeto, the cheating spellbook. I would. Very useful, very cool when you first find him. I think he kind of goes in the middle of A tier. Yeah. Next we are heading into Rusty Bucket Bay. Now I did say, I made a video about it, right? Rusty Bucket Bay being the one we love the least. But you know what? I do think it's an A tier. I do think Rusty Bucket Bay belongs in A tier. I need to space out these levels. You know what? I'll move Mumble's Mountain down to top of C. Rusty Bucket Bay would go in B. Yeah. Yeah, this feels better. I have nothing against Rusty Bucket Bay. I really like this level. It's uninviting. So for a late game level, it fits. And I have nothing wrong. I have nothing against Rusty Bucket Bay. Let me go check that video out.
Banjo-Kazooie. This time. Yeah, this time. This time we are doing Rusty Bucket Bay. Oh, this is not a fun one. This is...
I think I'm downplaying it here. Because honestly, I don't despise this level. It's really fun. It's a fun level. It brings a lot of challenges. That's the thing. But at that level, when you're at like near the end game, you are expected to be better. But this level really rules. I really like Rusty Bucket Bay. And I kind of don't like hating on it either. But it's really tough. So you know what? It's tough love. I'll put it in middle of the B. This feels... Oh, I'm feeling okay with it. Next thing I want to do, those explosive boxes, I hate those. Really hate those. This goes... I hate them more than... Yeah. It goes right in between the sneakers and the twinkly munchers. This pipe, really cool. You wouldn't expect a pipe to just grow fangs in a mouth and ears and whatnots. That's really nice. I like this. This would go right here. Next enemy I want to do, the boss, the boombox bomb, boo, bomb, boo, ha, is kind of boring. It's just the typical same enemy, but just bigger, with more boxes in it. Kind of goes in C, honestly. Flat Sams. Those are cool. You wouldn't expect it, like a floating boy to just jump at you. So I do think creative and ironic at the same time. It goes in A. The crewmates, simple, just like those guys. Kind of basic. They work the ship. They're, I'd say, yeah, more interesting than, yeah. Bottom of B. Then we got the red egg that you can find in the captain's quarters. Goes right between the two blue eggs. And, oh yeah, Echo the Dolphin. Straight from the, I don't know, like, Dreamcast? Echo the Dolphin, I don't remember. Echo would actually go in... You only see him once. You see him and you want to help him out. The dolphin inside Rusty Bucket Bay, I do think I would put him over. Right here. Do I have any more enemies from Rusty Bucket Bay? I think that's it. That's it from Rusty Bucket Bay. Cool, which means this brings us to Click Clock Woods. This level, Click Clock Woods. I really like this level. Yes, it's tough, but it's fun. It's a fun level. I do think it goes... Oh shit, I'm looking at Clanker's Cavern now. Clanker's Cavern has been moving a lot. I really like Clanker's Cavern though. Objectively, I think Clanker's Cavern belongs in A. Because Click Clock Woods is a better level, more thought out than Clanker's Cavern. Is it better than Rusty Bucket Bay though? Yes, I do think so. Okay, now Click Clock Woods. Awesome level. There ain't much to say about Click Clock Woods other than it's massive. It's like 4 different worlds in one. It's really cool. I love it. I like Click Clock Woods. The basic enemies there, they're simple, effective Robin Hoods. I do think they're more, not really, more interesting than Konga, that's for sure. And then we've got this beaver, this useless beaver, can't do anything on his own. I do think he is less useful than... I'd put him here. Yeah. Now, I'm not even less useful than that. And that beaver, I would put him right here. Those bear traps, bear snaps, whatever. Those things. Creative. They're fun. I like those. This is nice. Those colors, that color palette. Rocks. Those things. Those cuckoos. Cluckers. Whatever. They act the same as the gorillas. I can't even remember a single name. But they hit you twice as hard. And their pattern is a bit different. So they're more interesting. I like them more than those bony chompas. So I will put this... Let me move the swamp water down a notch. To here. Yeah. The Zumas, they're wasps. Dangerous, kind of quick. But at the same time, not super interesting. Less interesting than Klungo. And Toots. But Toots is cute, so yeah, nah. And then the last stop and swap item is in Nabnut's house. I don't know how he managed to grab one, but this would go in right here. No, actually, right there. We can't forget transformation B. I almost said B Mario. B Banjo. B Banjo is an awesome transformation. You can fly everywhere with it, but it's only access to one level, which say it's better than right here. Yeah, feels right. Namnut also has a girlfriend. Somehow, after our hard work, he gets a girlfriend. And I work hard and I'm still single. She must be as useless as he am for falling for a guy like him, so she goes under Brentilda, because she doesn't know what the hell she's doing. Eerie? We love Eerie. I love Eerie. Eerie, kind of useless, but you know, he's a baby bird. Can't... Hey, here. I think that's everything for Click-Clock Woods. Which brings us to Grunty's Fiery Furnace. This is S tier. This is the most fun I've ever had. I don't know where I'm talking to the mic. Mic's here. My camera's there. This is the most fun that you can have after spending a lot of time in a game. You think you're good? Let me go through this quiz. It's awesome. The concept is super fun. Has there been a game in the past before where there was something like that? I don't know. But Banjo-Kazooie does it so well that you have to give it an S tier. It's so unique. It's unique. You can't top that. Cannot top that. This is where I want to... Oh yeah, I forgot to introduce him. They show up once you get near Click-Clock Woods. They're a little tougher than the blue variant, so I do think they're more interesting than Mumbo's Mountain. It goes right up here. Okay, cool. We're almost in the end game. Because now, the next thing I want to see is... I forgot his name. The poor Cauldron, you kind of need to use them to get into the final boss, the final battle. For that, helping us out, more interesting than... Yeah, right here, I think. And then, we have the final battle. That also an S tier. It's hard, tough, long. It asks you to do everything. To use all of your moves that you've learned to be able to get through this fight. If you're missing a move, odds are you are going to fail miserably, because you need to have everything. It's tough, long. I'm repeating myself. You do need the Ginjonator to defeat Gruntilda. Ginjonator comes out of nowhere. He does come out of nowhere. So I do think he is a... Nope. Don't let the hype get to you. Yeah, right here. And then boom! You beat the game. There was 4 more things I wanted to go through. First, Wishy Washy Banjo for being such a cool transformation that is hidden away in the game deserves S tier. Because you can play as Wishy Washy Banjo. You can get transformed by accident, but then going through Banjo's house and unlocking Wishy Washy Banjo, it's kind of fun. Keeping an S. In the game over screen, Hot Gruntilda. I mean, there isn't much shown. For being not really well hidden, but you're doomed for the first time you're playing through the game, you are going to see Hot Gruntilda. You don't see much of her. I think A rank. And then there's Ugly Tootie. I kind of prefer Ugly Tootie over, because she's more interesting than regular Tootie. And then we've got Evil Mumbo. Honestly, Evil Mumbo is such an interesting thing, because it's only a picture that you managed to see. He seems so different. It's so cool. I mean, it's the same guy. But what made Evil Mumbo turn into regular Mumbo? for being so damn interesting, I do have to give it to into NES rank. Oh shit, that's it. It's filled up. Okay. Give me a moment so I can actually just look at this and see if there's anything else I wanted to change. Yeah, you know what? I'm feeling bad for Banjo's house. I kind of want to bump it up. I'm feeling like because there's Bottles Challenge inside Banjo's house, which is a cool little secret, I could bump this up a bit more. Like I'm talking like near, like up here, to like middle of B. I do think Mumble's Mountain is the weakest level compared to every other level in the game. Clanker's Cavern should not be an A, but I'm keeping it an A because this is my tier list. I think I'm okay with this. I think I'm okay with this tier list. Like, judging, I'm just passing through real quick, looking at everything. Considering that there is no real way of being able to separate everything, this list feels great. I do think everything is well divided up. Maybe the S tier is a little bit oversaturated. No, I think I'm okay with this. Yeah. Guys and ladies and gentlemen, I do think this is our tier list. This is the ultimate Banjo-Kazooie tier list. Everything from the game, the first game, ranked. I'm okay with this list. I'm not mad. I might be disappointed, but we'll see once that gets out. One thing's for sure, if you've been watching from beginning to end, thank you very much for sticking around. I appreciate it. I appreciate your time. Honestly. This past month has been kind of crazy. I mean, for me anyways. Work has been a little hard, but being able to make content for fun, posting it, and see just how much people are enjoying it, I appreciate it. I really do. So this is the ultimate Banjo-Kazooie tier list. Explained poorly. But I'm curious to know if anyone else wants to try out and make their own tier list. Be my guest. It's public. Go on tier lists on tiermaker.com and make your own. Judge me. Judge my tier list. Tell me how wrong I am. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video if you like this kind of stuff. But most importantly, remember to live life like you're ready for the next level. Take care of yourselves out there. Bye now.